and welcome to 10 Requests Live, where we box it all out with interesting topics of discourse, sharing knowledge, and watering it down with good music requested by you. Yes, I mean you, our audience, our lovely audience. And on today's episode, I will be discussing the topic social media and its impact on reality. I know you know that social media is taking a lot of our time, and I know you're always on your phone checking who is buzzing you online. Who is that person checking me on my social media? I understand you get addicted sometimes, but this is the time to put a reality check on social media. Stay with me as we would go on to discuss this topic furthermore when we return from the break. And don't forget, you can never have enough of what you don't want. And with social media, perception is not always reality. And when we return from this quick break, we will delve into this topic better and deeper. Stay with me. Hello and welcome to 10 Requests Live, where we box it all out with interesting topic of discourse, watering it down with good knowledge sharing, and accompanied with good music requested by you. Yes, you, our lovely audience. And on today's episode, we will be talking on the topic social media and its impact on reality. I know you know that you always try to catch yourself, picking up on that buzz on your phone to see who is reaching you on social media. I understand the addiction. It's happening to a lot of us. Some of us are not keeping a reality check on social media, and that's why we're here. And I understand that the country, we are around the corners of elections now, and everybody is, running helter-skelter, trying to stock up and be ready for the elections. I understand it's getting tough. It's time for us to go to the polls and make great decisions while the elections are around us. I understand that we are going through tough times as well, because good things don't come easy. So I trust that we are going to the polls to make great decisions that will affect lives, affect our society, and enhance our well-being, because after God comes your government, nothing else. So please make sure your joy is not stolen, so that you go to the polls and cast your votes wisely. Cast your vote wisely. Don't forget, this is 10 Requests Live, where we box it all out for you with interesting topics of discourse, sharing knowledge, and watering it down with good music requested by you. I said it before, you, as always, our lovely audience. And we will be addressing the topic social media and its impact on reality. I know you know that this is the time to delve into this. Do a reality check on social media. You cannot have enough of what you don't want. And with social media, perception is not always reality. As always, we always used to think that perception is reality, but with social media, perception is not reality anymore. So keep a check and ensure that you are not being swamped by what is happening on social media, leading to a lot of depression around, and a lot of people, committing suicide there and there, because social media is, encapsulating the minds of the youth. What we see influence our feelings, and a lot of the times we don't catch ourselves by saying, life cannot exactly be perfect on social media as it appears to be, because there's this bland normalcy that's being taken off the social media. Reality is not on 99% on social media. And so by the time we return from this quick break, we will be addressing this topic better more, and we'll delve in better more into this topic when we return from this quick break. Stay with me as we head out. Yes. Welcome back to 10 Requests Live. My name is Daniel Ubang, your host as always. And before we went on the break, I was talking about how the elections are around the corner, and we should, keep our heads up and go to the polls to make the right decision. And also, we're talking on the topic. We were to delve into the topic, social media and its impact on our reality. I know that we are all being infused with information on social media. Sometimes our subconscious is not alert enough to know that some things should not get into our system. We need to catch ourselves at certain points to know that social media is doing a great thing in our life by helping us interconnect with each other from different geographical points of view. Great. But at the same time, it's also creating a lot of depression, because a lot of people go on social media and see people's life looking all perfect, and they're like, wow, how's this person doing it? How's this person living a great life? And I'm all here lying down on my bed and not doing anything for myself. And so this person ends up being pained and depressed. At the end of it, you see a lot of people not being happy, and then they post emojis and saying, laugh out loud. But really, in reality, this person is not laughing out loud. They are really in their rooms and unhappy. And a lot of the time we find ourselves, caught up with people's highlights, A lot of the time people have different highlights about their lives, and you're trying to compare your behind the scenes with the highlights of these people. And I'm telling you for real, please don't be caught in that mess, because your highlights, the highlights of people and your own highlights can be both fake, because you're not giving us 99% of reality. And social media is bland of everyday normality. 99% of our lives are not caught on social media, and a lot of people are swept by this. I don't understand why it's happening. You're not catching yourself right enough, and your subconscious is picking up a lot of things that are being infused on this platform. Human beings, as we are vulnerable for approval. You always want to understand. You always want to seek the understanding of the next person. You want to seek the likeness of the next person. And a lot of us are, vulnerable for approval. A lot of us are vulnerable for approval. This is because we are deep down, we are wired that way. Human beings, we are wired that way. We are wired to care about what other people think about us. It is normal because that's how we are wired. But a few people in the society are now taking advantage of this, and they are making sure that these social media platforms are getting more addictive. Your social media, your Facebook, your Instagram, your TikTok. Recently, I found somebody on TikTok saying, hit that button, hit that like button, follow me, do this, do that, give me a lion or do this on TikTok. And I was like, wow. I just delved into TikTok recently, and I'm like, this is a whole wild world. And it is TikToking, as the platform says it is, as it is called. TikTok is TikToking, time is TikToking, and we are not catching ourselves. And that's why I'm here on this show, to make sure that we are keeping a reality check on our use of social media. I'm not saying it's entirely bad, because social media has enabled us to interconnect with each other from different geographical points of the society, different parts of the world. And as we go about our day's activities, social media has also helped us to create opportunities. You ask the influencer, they will tell you, how do you want me to survive? My whole day's income, my whole month's income comes from social media. How do you expect me as an influencer to survive? Without social media, I am as good as nothing. But you can also dream of, the AI that's coming, because the AI is going to knock a lot of us out of our jobs. A lot of things that the AI is going to do, because man is consistently creating stuff that are faster and better than man himself, because man is awesome, man is great, man is another god. So man is doing a lot for themselves, but at the same time, man is not checking themselves. We are not checking ourselves. We are not being conscious about what these things are doing to us. We are just about the good side. I know it has the good side, but we should also be conscious about the negative aspect of this platform, because we are all vulnerable for approval. While you're looking out for what people think about you, you are exposed to more chances of being depressed, because why are you looking out for people to validate you? Why don't you validate yourself? Why don't you enjoy the moment? And they say you cannot have enough of what you don't want, because you would spend over 2 hours and 3 hours on social media, but you will not spend that 2 hours eating a meal, which is really more essential than social media itself, because a lot of people are caught in the virtual world, and it's happening with the 3D and with Mark Zuckerberg taking us to the 3D representation where you can be at a meeting while in your house. I don't think that social media is waiting on us. The rapid change of social media is taking place so quick and so fast that we are being swept off our feet. We are not even aware of how it's taking our consciousness. A lot of people are sunk in their phones, and what is happening around them, before they pick up on what is happening around them, they are far gone. Some people are, losing their lives on the road while they're sunk on trying to check who is reaching them on Instagram or on Facebook. A lot of the time, we need to find a check. And if I'm a host of a show, or I'm a speaker at an event, and I find you having your telephone in front of you, I think I'll probably look at you as not the one I'm out here for, because I would think that you're just more conscious about what happens on your phone than listening to me, who is the speaker at the event. Because a lot of us are being swept by this ping bong and the beep on our phones. We want to turn to our phones the moment it beep on us to turn to it, and it's wrong, because we're not keeping a check on our reality. We're not keeping a check on how this social media is affecting our reality. A lot of us would say, oh, but I'm an influencer and I'm an ambassador, I have to showcase these brands on social media. Social media is a great marketing tool, no doubt. I know that for sure. You want to sell something, it's social media, but you realize that a lot of people are in our faces selling this or selling that. A lot of people are doing different ads, and a lot of these things are in our faces. People are consistently infusing different things to us that we don't even want. That's why I'm saying you cannot have enough of what you don't want. You find out that at the time when you're done swiping through these social media platforms, at the end of the day, you are exhausted, and you find out that you're not even as productive as you should have been. And a lot of the times, people are, thinking that the reality they see on social media is their reality in real life. No. Social media, perception is not always reality, and you need to keep a check on that, because we are constantly having social media alter reality. So our perceptions are being influenced by these same social media platforms, and while they are being influenced and altered, the perception are being altered by what we see. We tend to now want to, rate ourselves or quantify our achievement with that of the next guy. And don't forget, comparison is the thief of joy. I think that was said by Roosevelt Theodore. Yes, comparison is the thief of joy. Elon Musk will also say that happiness equals reality minus expectation. Enjoy the present moment. Enjoy the present moment. Don't get caught by what you're seeing on social media. 99% of it is bland of normalcy, bland of what is happening in the real time, because you can't be 100% happy all the time. I can tell you for that. I, for one, I can't be happy 100% all the time. Sometimes I am sad, sometimes I am happy, sometimes I am indifferent, sometimes I want to be in my own space. So social media is creating a lot of buzz for us. At the same time, it's creating a lot of distortion in terms of helping people focus, helping individuals find themselves. People are getting distracted easily. You are on to the next thing. I try to catch myself sometimes when I wake up, I'm on my WhatsApp, and this is obviously taking a lot of my time. And when I check who has reached out to me on WhatsApp, I'm like, okay, I think it feels like a point for communication. It feels like a good point for people to reach out to you. It feels like a great point for you to also, reach out to people, because unlike where we don't have the telephone to reach out to each other, the telephone has enabled us through these social platforms to also make calls, also send messages. It's good, but this communication technique is not as feasible, it's not as great as the face-to-face communication, because if you check it in real time, we are now replacing social media communication with real-time communication. Because if you find yourself, social media communication is not real-time communication. I could be behind the scene and I could be unhappy, and I would post a smiley to you, and that is causing a lot of depression. They say recently that they found out that a lot of people on social media, when you go to their social media platform, you would not even be able to tell if they are depressed or not, but the next minute you hear that this particular person has just committed suicide. A lot of people are happy on social media, but in their real life, they are not as happy as they are. You need to also check that social media is causing a lot of people depression, causing a lot of people unhappiness. At the same time, it's creating opportunities for a lot of different other people. But you need to put a check and say, oh, what I see on here is not exactly what it is. People's life cannot be 100% perfect. You cannot be 100% happy all the time. Check that, and you will know that I'm saying fact for real. We've been talking so much on social media and its impact on reality. A lot of people are swept by the things they see online and forgetting that reality is not 99% on social media. Social media is bland of normalcy. Social media is bland of normalcy. And when we come back from this quick break, we will be taking requests of some of our audience who have been asking us to play certain songs for them, and we will be making their requests come to life on this 10 Requests Live show. And I know that you know that your requests will be granted here if they are Nigerian songs and if they have music videos. We would grant your request on this 10 Requests Live. Stay with me while we go on to grant the request of some of our audience. Yes. Welcome back from that quick break. We are on to 10 Requests Live, and I am Daniel Ubang. And this is time where we grant our audience their music request. Yes, on 10 Requests Live, we grant our audience their music request. As long as it's a Nigerian song and has a music video, we would grant that request. Yes, John is asking me to play him Okparaji by Black Bones featuring Bella Shmurda. Yes, you will get that coming next for you. Also, Anita is asking me, she's saying, Danny, please play me Essence by Wizkid featuring Thames, the recent Grammy Award winner. You would get that as you requested. We would play that for you. This is from Usman. Usman is saying, please, Danny, play me Common Person by Burna Boy. Usman, I be common person for my happiness. You will get that coming up next, Usman. Stay tuned. This is Bolanle asking us to play her People. You see people by La Bianca. You will get that coming up next, Bolanle. Stay tuned with us. Yes, this is from Wilson. Wilson is asking us to play him Cold Outside by Timaya featuring Buju. Wilson, has your girlfriend broken your heart recently? It's cold outside, yeah? Well, we're going to grant that request. And we'll be going on a quick break. When we return, we will be addressing social media and its impact on reality. And that's been the discourse on this show. Stay with me, and this is Stay Request Live. When we return, we'll delve in better into this topic for more discuss. Yes, welcome back from that break, from that musical break. And my name remains Daniel Lubang, and we have been discussing social media and its impact on reality. I know you and I know that social media is doing a lot of great stuff for us. At the same time, we need to keep a reality check on what it's doing to our immediate environment. How is it affecting our reality? Because different people are being, affected by social media differently. That does not mean that social media has not been, impacting life positively or creating opportunities, as it has also created opportunity for people to even work remotely. Social media has done a lot of wonders. It has also created influencers who are able to influence a certain amount paid to them at the comfort of their home. Social media has also enabled ease, enabling us to communicate from different geographical points of existence. I can reach out to a relative from Cotonou, I can reach out to a friend from Badagry, I can reach out to a friend from Kenya, I can reach out to anybody on social media because it has made the world a global village. And I would tell you that social media is awesome. At the same time, it is not social media that's the issue, it's the way people use social media that's the problem. Sometimes we want to replace actual face-to-face, real-time socializing and communicating with the way we communicate on social media. Some people say, oh, I've seen your status now, so why should I even check up on you? I've seen your TikTok post now. I know you're alive, why should I even check up on you? But that's not what it should look like. Real-time socializing and real-time face-to-face communication is different from social media communication, because most times it is devoid of normality. And as I was saying earlier, you are not to be swept off your feet by what you see on social media. Nobody has a perfect life. Not me, not your pastor, not that guy you're admiring on social media, because 99% of normality is not shown on social media. What you see is what they want you to see. A lot of the time, it is the highlights of their lives. And a lot of the time, socializing on social media is different from socializing in real time. And in real time, people you have on social media as friends may be strangers in reality. And I'm telling you that for real, because a lot of the time you say, oh, that's my friend on social media. It's not your friend in reality, because you might not have this person, meet the person one-on-one to know better about the person's well-being and how they go about their activities, or relate to them in terms of a closer and better, more angle to this individual. But you only have a surface view of this person from a distance, which is enabled by social media. Social media is creating the world into a global village, and this is great because it allows me to be able to assess you at ease. And whatever you put up on social media also affects you, because you think that it's just it's just social media. So it doesn't. Social media is reality. Whatever you post. I remember a candidate who is campaigning in Nigeria right now. A lot of people were saying, oh, his followers are on social media, the elections are not done on social media, but all of a sudden this candidate has his people all over, and they are seeing them in reality. Means that social media is affecting your reality. It's happening. As it happens online, sometimes it's happening in reality, but it is not 99% of what is happening in your reality. Most of the time, it's just the highlight. Don't let people's perfect life on social media sweep you off your feet, leading you to depression and pain. I know you want to always check up on that your friend who is doing well in this country or that country. At the end of the day, you find out that you've spent so much time on this platform. And I was saying it on one of my articles. I said, we cannot have enough of this social media, because you cannot have enough of what you don't want. And as I was saying in one of my articles, I said, as above, so below. We used to look up to God and say, oh, Father, help us. Right now, we look down to our phones. And that's what it is right now, because technology is sweeping us off our feet so quickly, and it's happening so rapidly that we are not even aware. With the 3D representation by Mark Zuckerberg, I can tell you can be in your home and be in a meeting somewhere else. That's another form of presence. And I'm amazed by these things because a lot of people are not catching themselves, and they are not aware. I am saying a lot of us will do better without social media. And I know that you want to question this. Go on our social media, give me a comment and say why you think we can't do away without social media. We can do a lot better without social media. We can have our personal time, our me time, our time to socialize with our relatives around us, people around us, because social media is making us unsocial. It is doing that because a lot of time people are out on a gathering, out on a social event. They're trying to have fun and enjoy themselves, but they end up being stuck to their phones. At the end of the day, they are taking pictures like they were together at that event. But at the end of the day, if you look at it carefully, you see that in the event, they are all sunk in their phones. Social media is creating a lot of, distance while we are even close to each other. So I can tell you for sure, it is doing a great stuff in terms of creating remote jobs, helping influencers cash out, helping us as a great marketing tools. It is doing a lot, but we need to keep a reality check on social media. We need to say, oh, when do I have to stop? When do I have to say, oh, this is getting too much? Because I recently saw an interview where a lady was saying, they asked her, what do you do a lot of the time? How much time do you spend on social media? She was like, I spend almost the whole day on social media and all till the time I fall asleep. And I was like, wow, that's a lot of social media consumption. And your time is TikToking away. Please check yourself. Be conscious at every time to catch yourself and say, oh, why am I being sunk on this? I will not as much spend that much time eating, which is more essential, as I'm spending so much time on social media. I guess eating is more important than social media. So I feel like we can do away with it and we would have a better life without social media. A lot of people are feeling depressed. That guy is posting his new Benz, and while he's posting his new ride, you've seen this and you're all oppressed. I saw a 22-year-old boy recently telling me, I feel oppressed. My friends are all buying new rides and all of this. And I'm like, wow. At 22 in university, I was looking to pass my 3 unit courses so that I can keep my 2-1 up. That's what's up. That's what it is, because you want to be at your best version. You want to, check yourself, because you don't want these things to influence how you see reality, because consistently we are being infused with what we don't want. Social media is altering our perception, is giving us altered perception, and that's leading to people making conclusions on this altered perception. And that's a lot of problem, because if you don't keep a check on it, it's going to sweep you off and lead you to a place of depression. A lot of people have been discovered to be depressed. A lot of people who consume social media a lot are even more depressed than people who don't consume it that much. I'm not saying it's entirely bad, because social media has a lot of the times created for us opportunity to even access quick information and also quick access to research in forms of short clips and content discovery. That's what it has done. It has done a great deal in our lives. But we must wake ourselves up and say, am I consuming this beyond what it should be? Am I consuming this too much that it's getting to the point where I'm leaving what I should focus on at the moment to go check who is liking my Facebook page, who is following my Instagram, who is that new follower on my Twitter, who is that person liking my comment, who is retweeting my tweet, who is liking my post. Oh, 2 likes, 3 likes, 7 likes, and that's you sinking yourself on your phone when you could have that time as your me time to meditate, understand yourself. That's what it should be. You cannot have enough of what you don't want. As I said earlier, you cannot have enough of what you don't want. And don't forget, social media is altering perception. It's altering our reality. It's altering how we see things. Things happen on social media and they come out and play out in reality as well. As I gave you an example of a candidate who we used to think that, oh, all his followers are online, and we saw them in reality as well, because social media is side by side working with your reality, but 99% of your reality is not caught on social media. So a lot of people have their highlights out there, and you are comparing your behind the scenes with their highlights. And I'm telling you, man, your reality, your behind the scenes should not be compared with the highlights of other people, because you are an individual. You should enjoy your journey through life and not let life take you on a ride, but enjoy your journey through ride. And that's been that on today's episode of 10 Requests Live, and we've been discussing social media and its impact on reality, and it's been fun talking with you, our audience. We've been sharing a lot of knowledge on today's episode of 10 Requests Live, and it's been social media and its impact on reality. I know you know that I know that nothing lasts forever, and you cannot have enough of what you don't want. And perception is not always reality as you would take it, because with social media, perception is not always reality. Yes, it's been great knowledge shared on the 10 Requests Live here, and I've been enjoying my time with you, our great audience. I will be catching you on another episode of the 10 Requests Live. For now, I will be saying stay alive till I see you again. Bye for now.